Have you ever had a client say, "Don't worry, we'll buy the materials, you just install them"? It sounds like they're saving money, but in facility management, that small saving can lead to big problems. In this video, I'm going to show you the hidden dangers that clients never see when they supply their own materials. If you're a facility manager, property manager, or building owner, you need to understand these risks, because one bad decision can blow up your budget, create compliance issues, and damage your reputation. Let's start with guarantees. When a contractor supplies the material, they stand behind it. If it fails, they replace it. But when the client supplies it, that guarantee disappears. I once worked on a project where a client bought cheap vinyl flooring from a clearance outlet. It looked fine initially, but within weeks, the flooring bubbled and lifted. The installer shrugged and said, "Not our material, not our problem." The client had to pay for the entire job again. That's not a saving, that's a disaster. Have you ever had a contractor refuse a responsibility because the client supplied the materials? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Now let's talk about compliance. Certificates of compliance for fire systems, electrical work, gas installations are not optional. Here's the trap. If a client supplies uncertified materials, contractors usually won't issue a COC. And without that certificate, your building isn't legally compliant. Insurance may even reject claims. I saw this happen in a building where the client bought their own distribution boards. They thought they were saving money, but the contractor refused to issue a certificate. When the insurer inspected, cover was suspended. The boards had to be replaced with compliant ones at double the original cost. Now let me know if you've ever had headaches with compliance certificates. Hit that like button so more facility managers see this warning. Finally, the biggest trap: false economy. Clients think they're saving by buying cheap, but cheap doesn't last. At one retail center, the client insisted on buying budget paint. Within a year, it peeled. They ended up repainting twice in 5 years, spending 3 times more than if they'd used the contractor's specified paint. On paper, it looked like a saving. In reality, it became a money pit. Have you seen clients cut corners only to spend more later? Comment below with your experience. Let's compare notes. And those are just the big 3. But there are more hidden dangers. Product mismatch. Clients buy materials that look right, but aren't the right grade or spec. I've seen uncertified fire doors ordered online that failed inspection, costing a fortune to replace. Logistical chaos. Clients miscalculate quantities or order wrong sizes. I managed a project where tiles arrived short by hundreds, and the supplier took 3 weeks to restock. Project stall. Storage and damage. Delivered too early, and materials get stolen, broken, or warped by weather. I've seen waterproofing rolls left outside ruined before a single square meter was installed. Delays. Contractors have supplier accounts. They can get replacements fast. Clients cannot. I've seen damaged parts delay projects for 6 weeks while replacements were sourced. Every one of these issues shifts risk and cost back to the client and puts the facility manager in the middle, firefighting problems that should never have happened. So while clients think they're saving, they're really just shifting risk onto themselves. Materials aren't just products, they're part of a system. And when you cut corners with materials, you don't just risk higher costs, you risk compliance, safety, and the long-term value of the property. And guess who has to manage the fallout? You, the facility manager. The next time a client says, "We'll buy the materials," you just install. Don't just nod. Take the time to explain the risks. Protect the building, protect the budget, and most importantly, protect your reputation as a facility manager. Remember this, in facility management, saving a little today can cost a lot tomorrow. If you found this video useful, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with other facility managers. Check out my other videos for more insights to help you manage smarter, not harder. Thanks for watching.